You survived tea times. Girl, girl.
That's light
Woo,
work.
girl, it was tough for you over there. Thank God.
That was light work.
Go ahead. Raise your right hand, sir.
It's raised, man.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth here in this Juke Jones, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's get into it. Two. Prior to. I think that's the question everybody wants to know. Were there any rules prior to that you can think of that Manny did not tell us about tonight? We're not going to ask you what the rules were. I think we've heard his rules. Are there any rules that he did not speak on that you can remember?
Okay, so I be in and out, so I'm gonna have to maybe repeat, but I think it's a one or two that we didn't discuss. He didn't discuss. One was light makeup. We said that there will be light makeup, black attire. I think one time we stated black attire, but also Manny said black bottom, black top. We stated that there will be people can enter without having heels, because there was one point that I recommended women with heels, but there were some women who don't wear heels, and the Comic Cousins, helped us out, so we let that go and said, okay, you can enter with flats. So that was the rule. We did speak on the strut, the walk, and we did speak on prior to Saturday, walking with a cup like a bottle girl, making sure that you can walk with said like server plate and a cup on top with your strut. So yes, that was mentioned prior to.
Okay, so Queen Jules, it's very important. A lot of questions that people have, and I do need to ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Do you remember who joined the platform first? Was it Quay or was it Queen Jules' daughter that came to the platform first?
If I can remember, don't charge it to my heart. I think it was Quay.
Okay, Quay, as she stated earlier. Mr. Manning stated, and I think this is very important, when we speak of prior conversation of what was going to take place on the live, was there ever a time that you and Manny discussed this outside of TikTok in 4K? Or was everything done in 4K with it always being some ears around to hear?
Manny and I do not have each other's phone number. We do not talk on the back end. Everything was discussed on his show in front of everyone.
Front end conversation. This is good to me. I don't have many questions for you. I think Manny answered every question that I had, but we do have jurors here. I will relinquish my stand for the jurors, and then you will be cross-examined by Drop Queen's attorney, Mr. King. Miss Joyce, let us hear from you if you have any questions for Queen Jules. Your own Merc. Your own Merc. Okay. Miss Joyce, are you still in this trial? Because this is where I get personal, y'all. Miss Joyce, your own Merc. Now, if I call you 3 times and you don't answer, we drop you and you don't come back. This is my final time calling Miss Joyce. Miss Joyce, are you in the juke joint case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, girl. Let us hear from you. Do you have any questions for Queen Jules? Unmute, you're on mute. I see you, Amber.
Yes, ma'am. She said that there were several different rules than what Manny stated. And I want to get clear with this black attire thing, because they say in the first contestant had on an all black dress. So why wasn't that considered black attire?
Me personally, I consider it black attire. But with Manny, I think Manny is very literal at times, and so he mentioned black top and black bottom. But in my mind, it was black attire. It didn't matter if it was black bottom or black top. Black attire would suffice for me.
Quay, we didn't drop you and said you timed out, but we're going to bring you back after the jurors ask her a question. It showed on my end that you timed out. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Queen Jules. So everybody got what she said? Okay. Miss Marina, do you have any questions for Queen Jules before Mr. King asks her any questions?
I'm no judge. I just have an opinion. I'll wait.
Okay, we'll wait for deliberation. Shantanya,
Questions right now.
keep purchasing a lipstick, guys, please. Miss Honeybees.
Your Honor, I don't have anything at this moment.
Okay, we do have to bring Randolph up in a second, so I'm gonna rotate one of y'all and bring you back. Miss Amber, any questions for Queen Jules?
Real quick, what was the color of that lipstick? Because I was ordering some lipstick. I'm
Don't
sorry.
piss me off, and then the
Oh,
other one, yeah.
okay,
Order the
okay.
lipstick, and you'll like it.
Yes,
No
ma'am.
questions for her? Thank you. Y'all, we sorry we get her. Essie,
I don't know if it's appropriate without asking. You can let me know. Queen Jules, I guess at the heart of the case is whether or not Drop Queen is saying that the rules weren't given. In your opinion, I heard you say that Quay came up before Drop. In your opinion, once Drop was in the comments or came up on the panel asking if her daughter could join, is it your opinion that she knew that the $100 was being offered and that's why she decided to show up? Because if she did, then that would have meant that she heard the rules. So I was just wondering what your opinion was. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Based on my knowledge, Drop stated that initially Drop was, as you all knew, Drop, as was said, Drop was originally supposed to be part of the host. Give me 1 second. Hosting.
woo, this is a good case, and these jurors are on it. And I do love FOE, but this was not the case for us to have a panelist full of FOE. We really got to get down to the meat of it, the gritty.
Can I just want to do an exhibit, please?
Yes, we do have an exhibit, Peaches. I know you fucking lie. Peaches, let the record show that we do have the baddest bottle baddie brochure up. Let us, Queen Jules, could you please explain to the coming cousin jurors and the jurors here on the panel, what are we looking at?
Okay, so with this is a sample flyer that one of our mods was creating for the show.
My lord.
And she, as you can see, it's the baddest bottle baddie. She sent me this because I asked her to send me something so I could take a sneak peek. As you can see, it says must be 21 to enter, light makeup, as I stated before. I talked about the 3-inch heel or flats, and that's us in our attire. Those are our faces. So this was
Is that the same saying as Manny's coffee cups?
I believe so.
My lord. Okay. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, 1 second. My daughter. Is the door open? Oh, I locked it. Okay, give me 1 second. My daughter is coming with my crab legs.
My lord. Let the record show that this is the same attire as the coffee cups. My lord. So those were.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead with the original rules. Could you repeat those? I was stuck looking at the attire that Manning is wearing. You better.
So as I stated before, as you can see, some of the rules are written on here. I didn't think that I don't know. Now I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why we didn't finish with this, go through with the flyer. But as you can see, not all the rules are on the flyer, but some of the rules are on the flyer. Like the black is not mentioned
Do you
here.
mind? I need to get a screenshot of these rules. You'll hear a click, click, probably.
Go ahead.
There we go. Let the girl. I'm about to get choked over. Put the rules back up, sir. Put the Queen Jules. I have questions.
Wait, Miss
We,
Nikki, she never answered my question.
okay, let her. I'm sorry, Essie. This shit getting so good to me. I forgot we had
I'm
jurors up
sorry,
here.
y'all. My
Girl,
daughter just
go
came
ahead,
in.
Essie. I'm sorry.
Take the dog out back, y'all.
Well, what I really wanted to know, so again, Drop Queen's argument is that the rules weren't given. But if she knew about the $100 that was being offered, then she would have heard about the rules. So I was asking Queen Jules, in your opinion, when she came up to ask if her daughter could be a part of the baddest bottle baddie, wouldn't she then have heard the rules and everything that transpired if she knew about the $100? Since
Yes,
that was a
ma'am.
new development.
I believe Drop Queen heard the show once the show started from beginning until she decided that she wanted to appear from her no show as a host, and she appeared, and yeah, she came up on the panel and she made some statements like she didn't know, she couldn't remember, something to that magnitude. And we went on to talk, and she said her daughter would enter a few minutes later through the conversation. She would come back, her daughter, she would enter her daughter in the competition.
Girl, this is good. So I do have questions. Put those rules back up. Question number 1. We know that every participant hopefully was 21 and up. Light makeup only. Did we stay in that branch of rule? 5 purchases. Keep getting your lipstick. Did we stay in that light makeup era?
As Manny stated, the rules had changed, so it appeared that no one really had makeup. If I had to think about it,
Right.
not
Okay,
me.
so that's a no. Let's move on.
Okay, go ahead.
Shoes must be at least 3-inch heel or a flat. Did everyone stay in that realm? Were there any tennis shoes? Are you considering flats to be tennis shoes? We need to know that, so when we start viewing these videos, if we see tennis shoes, we'll know if that was part of the show. Are tennis shoes considered a flat?
I did ask, and yes, sneakers were allowed.
Okay, added rule. Let the record show, Peaches. Tennis shoes were added. Ma'am, on this flyer, in the beginning, you all stated that the only rule that you had was black on black. Is this a beginning flyer? Because I see nowhere on this flyer black on black. When did this flyer come into play? Because none of your rules or Manny's are listed on this flyer. When did we bring this flyer into play? I need to know that.
I believe that this is a flyer that came into play during our second mention, not our original first mention.
So, was this flyer witnessed by anyone in 4K? Was this flyer ever put up during your competition, no competition event?
There was a flyer that was put
Was
up.
this flyer, ma'am?
No,
Listen to the
Miss
words that are
No,
coming out of Judge.
this
Was this
is
flyer presented?
No, this was a
Let the
prototype.
record show that over here at Judge Tricetta's Juke Joint, we get yes or no.
No.
We don't have to go into great detail. Let the record show that this flyer was not presented during the competition. So as of right now, this looks like the aftermath.
Give me 1 second.
Jurors, do you all have anything that you would like to state or ask concerning the flyer that was not presented in 4K?
So the all black was not when you first discussed the baddest bottle baddie. The all black was not discussed then. It was original. It was brought out later on as you talked about doing this.
Are we we getting crawfish or crab legs? Oh God. This is getting very, very interesting now. Because we have to say today, who's at fault? And if Drop Queen has a right to be upset, it's not Quay's fault either. So today's court case is the state of TikTok versus Drop Queen. But is Drop Queen going to be guilty of her feelings after stating and seeing what we have witnessed today? It's going to be up to the jurors downstairs. But this is a good Junko case.
Your Honor, I just
Thank you,
have a
Nisha.
question.
Oh, my bad.
Can I ask Queen Jules a question, Your Honor? Queen Jules, do you feel like Drop tried to sabotage the live out of spite?
I'm going to have to on record say yes.
Okay, perfect. Tell me whenever you're ready for my cross-examination. I'm ready to defend my client.
I'm finished, Drop. I'm finished.
We got some, Mr. King. You do know that your client is on trial here, and
Correct.
because really she shouldn't be on trial. It should be the daughter. But we do have some good questions coming out here. The jurors are jurying today. Jurors, you're jurying. Y'all make sure y'all gift the jurors because they working hard for their money. Mr. King, it is now up to you and Queen Jules, Miss Peaches, please document this part of the show. Clank, clank.
I will say that I have been retained as a family lawyer, so if you needed to add her to the case, the daughter as well, I represent her as well. Queen Jules, nice to meet you. How are you doing this morning / afternoon / nighttime, evening?
5 purchases. Keep getting your lipstick, guys.
I'm well, thank you.
So I just want to ask you a few questions. I am representing Drop Queen, and I will be sure to get a good verdict today. I want to know, how did you think the competition went as a whole?
Okay, good question.
I really liked it. You know what? It was one of those things where it started off slow. We weren't getting many participants. And then when we had to alter the rules due to requests from the Comic Cousins, we did so, and it turned out really great.
My Lord.
Amazing. So when the rules were changed, it was spoken about money being added into the situation, correct?
No, not originally. The first set of rules that was changed based on the Comic Cousins request was that could they wear anything because or was all black enforced, like, could they wear something else besides all black? So we said yes.
Okay. So I heard of the new rule that turned into making it an incentive of the $100. So that added money into it. Was there any new rules about maybe the co-host being compensated?
The co-host being compensated? You mean me?
Yes. Were you compensated for the competition?
Oh, no. In fact, I think, did somebody donate to the $50? There was a $50, I think, that Manny offered, but if I'm not mistaken, a Comic Cousin donated the other 50 to make it 100. I think. I could be mixing up lives, but I think that's what happened.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna stay on this before I get into my money questions of it all. When Manny, the host of the live, was up here, we asked him about what the rules of the competition were. Manny only told us about the black top and the black bottoms. He didn't speak on any of these rules that's on this flyer. Were you here for that?
I think I was here.
So did you hear Manny say that there was only one rule and it was the black tops and the black bottoms? Did you hear that part?
I did, but let me say this.
No, it was a yes or no. I'm asking the question, so just a yes or no will suffice for me. Thank you so much.
Ask the question again.
I'll ask it again. Did you hear Manny say that the only rule starting off was a black top and a black bottom? Yes or no?
Yes.
So as I'm seeing this flyer and I see rules that aren't that, right? Would you consider Manny to be lying when he said that?
No.
So If Manny said that there was one rule and I'm seeing that there's a list of other rules, would that be considered lying?
No,
You tell me why that wouldn't be lying.
because I think he forgot due to stress, PTSD.
So again, are you real quick about the stress and the PTSD? Are you a doctor or are you qualified to diagnose anybody?
No.
So
My
I
Lord.
would can that be stricken, Judge? Seeing as that's not her field.
Since that is not her field, let's try to keep our medical questions to the MDs. I know you are.
Again, I'll ask again.
Yeah,
gotta
Jules.
rephrase your
restate it.
question
You
if you don't mind.
No, I didn't. No. She added in the stress and the PTSD. I said, is it a lie? That's all I wanted to know.
Now I'm gonna say no.
I'll ask again. I'll ask again.
Yes, sir.
Queen Jules, I'll ask you a different question. If I say that I'm 45 years old and I am 30 years old, would that be considered a lie? Yes or no?
It depends on your condition.
Queen Jules, yes or no? I
ask the
must
question.
ask that you.
My apologies. Ask the
It's
question
okay.
again.
It's okay. I know. I'm
That's
still
a yes or
keeping it light.
no.
Please,
Is it-
please don't make me. Again, I'm so sorry. Somebody said the lawyer is biased. Respectfully, I'm here for one job and one job only, and that is to represent my client.
Because my daughter.
I'll ask again. If I say that I am 45 years old and I am 30 years old, is that a lie? Yes or no?
It's a mistake. Could be a mistake.
No,
No.
I didn't ask, was it a mistake? I'm sorry. I said, is it a lie?
No.
Would I be lying? So I'm not
Okay.
lying if I am.
Let the record show that she stated that it is not. I would like to ask Mr. King, where are you going with this question?
Judge, to answer your question, I'm here to explain and show that the host of the live show lied about the rules in the initial situation. We all were up here, you included, Judge. You heard Manny say that there was only one rule that he knew about. And that rule is not even on the flyer that was in the discussions. So it's being shown that Queen Jules is actually stating that Manny, the host, is a liar, but I just wanted to make her put it out there in layman's terms. That's all.
My Lord. My Lord. Are there any further
We can
questions?
move forward. I have some, just a few more, and I'll wrap it up. If she can't answer that part, we can move on to the other sections.
Let's move to the next one because this is good to us.
Queen Jules, how do you feel that the judging of the competition went? Do you think that the judging was good? And what was the ways that the competition was judged?
Okay, so I'm gonna answer the second question first. Is that okay?
You may proceed.
Okay, so as you know, we had to improvise with the whole contest due to many factors. One is one of our co-hosts ghosted us and did a no-show, so that was a problem. Okay, and
Would
then
that co-host be one of the participants' mother?
yes,
Drop Queen. Let the records reflect and show that one of the judges did not show. I'm sorry, but we have to be truthful. Go ahead,
Yes.
George.
and so secondly, we weren't getting many participants in the beginning, so that also caused us to improvise and change some things up.
Okay.
Which also changed the level of how we would rate the competition. So we had the poll, we had from the Comic Cousins, we also had gifting, but we also had tiebreakers, which will lead us, Manny and I, to break the tie. And that's something that came up with the Bunny and the Incredibles.
Okay, understood. So what I heard from that, there was a lot of improvisations going on.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so there was a lot of improv going on. So
Yes.
going with the flow. How do I ask this next one?
Ooh, this is good to me. So it
Let
sounds
me.
like. Go ahead. It sounds like
I was-
well, go ahead. I'll talk about it.
Go ahead, Judge. No, you go ahead, Judge. Go ahead.
I was fixing to say, Mr. King, if I may implement and put in, it sounds like the first change in this case was Drop Queen not showing up for her due diligence duty.
Correct. She was handling business in her real life that she had to attend to, but since she couldn't judge anymore, she did and decide to put somebody in the competition to make up for her busy lifestyle that she has. She's a very busy woman. Queen Jules, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
During a competition, if the rules are not followed, what usually happens to the participants?
In this case, we didn't have any.
No, I'm so
disclaimers.
sorry. You didn't hear me say in this case. In general, in a competition, not in this case, in general, I'll get to this case right after this question. In general, in a competition, when someone does not follow the rules, what happens?
Oh, eating here. If no one follows the rules, they will be disqualified.
Thank you. Stay right there. So now let's go into this case. If rules weren't followed by certain contestants, why weren't people disqualified?
Because it wouldn't apply in this instance because we too had to improvise with the rules. So
I understand the improvisation, and I know you can still compete, but then when the judging part comes, the disqualifications usually come in during the judging.
yeah, but the rules change, so it doesn't apply.
Okay, so are you saying that there was no rules broken then? I mean, which one is it? There were either rules broken or there weren't.
I didn't see any rules being broken.
Understood. Perfect. Next point.
This is good to me.
The judging element that had the the judging element as far as the gifting part goes. Are you following me? Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Y'all
When it comes to
can-
the gifting element, do you think that element was fair, or could there have been biases there?
I think it was fair.
So, do you think that with money comes power and influence?
Not in this case.
So, yes or no will suffice.
No.
Okay, so if there was maybe a smaller creator, who didn't have a support system and maybe no supporters, versus a larger creator who has unlimited resources and unlimited supporters, do you think that could create bias?
No, because the said person is someone with 6 degrees and they're rich.
No,
So,
I'm not saying
no.
no. I'm not
No,
talking about
it's the
anybody
same.
She got a
specifically
good
for
point
this
there
case.
now. Good question,
I'm not
Bray,
speaking.
but
Right, no, that could be a good point. That still actually would go to my point, because she said that she has 6 degrees and unlimited money, that money would have that influence and power to make her win the competition, correct?
my Lord.
Correct.
Okay, correct. So you did say money can bring influence and power, correct? You're agreeing with me. We're in agreement, correct?
In some cases.
You can agree with me. Everything I say isn't
In
bad.
some cases.
My Lord.
Well, let's talk about in this case specifically.
Ask the question again, Ray.
In this case, do you think that doing the gifting element could have created maybe a little bit slight bias more towards the people who have the money that can gift? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
It was a fair
do you-
game. It was fair game to me.
Correct. So again, I'm asking in your opinion. That's all I wanted to
Yeah, it
know.
was fair game.
Are there any more questions, Mr. King? We must get to deliberation, and Quay is downstairs waiting.
Rest my case. I'll rest right there.
Okay. With that being said, jurors, I do like to do a final roundup. Are there any questions? I like at least 2 jurors. If you have any questions for Queen Jules, if not, we are moving on, and we will be bringing Quay to
Your Honor.
the witness stand.
I'll-
Mr. King, don't leave because I'm sure you'll have questions for Quay.
Right?
I'll
Bring me on
drop down
down.
so Quay can come up, Your Honor. I just have one question for Braid.
No, you're good. Stay there, Bray. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I'm
hold
here.
on.
I'm here.
Wait. Hold on. You don't get to question the longer.
Can I ask Queen Jules then?
You can question Queen Jules, but
Queen
Mr.
Jules.
King is an attorney at law right now.
Queen Jules,
Yes.
do you think, or do you know, or have you heard that Drop Queen's daughter is mad, or is She the only one upset carrying on like this. Is the daughter?
Objection, hearsay. Your Honor, hearsay. My
No,
client.
Your Honor, he can't talk
Strike
to
to
me.
remove
I'm
the
objecting
question
hearsay.
from the juror. Strike to remove that question. It's irrelevant from the juror. I'm sorry, honeybees. I'm sorry we can't do that.
I'll say this, Judge, and I want to let you know, this is my old stomping grounds, and I'm not trying to be overly aggressive or anything. I just want to make sure my client has a good day in court. That is it. That is all. I don't want to be any
Looks like
holler
it's a good
to
day in
anybody.
court for everybody, Mr. King, and it's
Okay,
working
okay.
out. But we
Okay,
do
good,
have
good.
to bring Big Quay to the witness stand. I think she does deserve.
I can go down, Your Honor.
Judge,
Her attorney will speak for her.
Your Honor, will
Queen
we be
Jules
able
will be
to?
going down.
Will we be able to hear from the queen, the drop queen? I'm sorry,
Her
is that her
lawyer
name?
is here. We're hearing from her attorney right now, unless
So
he's
she's representing.
I will say my client is here, Judge. My client is here. She I'll think about if I should advise her to speak, but she doesn't have to speak. You can ask any questions through me. You will not be speaking directly to my client.
They're playing it safe. 9 purchases from Rose Lipstick. Let's keep purchasing those lipsticks. I'm telling you now, you can, if you're grown in here, should no kids be here. Make love all night and not get it on them, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all. Kiss him and not tell, okay? Be grown. Get you some lipstick. It don't come off. That's it, that's all. Okay. Sometimes we got to bring the freaks out in the room. You heard me.
People approved. It's people
You
approved.
heard me. Don't
I
kiss
got a
and
question,
tell.
Miss Nitra. Can I ask a question, Judge?
Look at Glam talking about you can suck his what? Eggplant. And it, excuse me, but she's right. Get your little eggplant in your life. But nevertheless, that's not what we hear about today. Forgive us. Damn, say that shit loud for the hoes in the back. Forgive us. We just some retired ones. But go ahead. Who next?
Me, Judge.
On in the coat room. I will pay a galaxy to somebody because I think I done got out of hand here, huh? Go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry. This was good to us.
I want to ask Queen Jules, how can y'all plan the debate? It seemed like y'all wasn't doing any communication. Y'all didn't say anything on the back end. Like, was there any messaging involved? Like, we're going to do this. We're going to have a flyer that's going to have all the rules. Like, what? It seemed very unorganized. So I could see why people could get pissed off and upset. But was there any talking like on the back end? Did y'all message each other like, okay, this is our strict rules we're going to have, and that? Oh, and Sweet and Swift one of those she can come up. But that's my question because it seems very unorganized for me just listening. So as a participant, I would have been very upset as well.
Save that for deliberation, Shantanya.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's get Big Quay up here. We don't want to jump the pew. There was no back end talk. We must remember that. No, we eat it here, Kimmy. The jurors get snacks in here. Queen Jules, there's no other questions for you, and we must now bring Quay, Big Quay, to the witness stand. Let's get her sworn in. Woo, y'all. Big Quay, raise your right hand. How you doing? Big Quay, do you solemnly raise your right hand? Is it raised?
Mm-hmm.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth here in this old juke joint? So help you God.
Yes, I do.
Big Quay, thank you. Welcome to the platform where we are in court now. And how's your mental? Are you okay? Because I hear it's been rough for you since the $100.
Well, it took me a minute to get here. We had to take a couple of back roads. I have had to tighten my security because
we tried to put balloons out in the back for you to know which way to go.
Right. So
Damn. I sure hate that for you, but you made it through Mother's Day and you made it here today.
absolutely.
You got your big one. Will you be represented by an attorney or you represent yourself because you Shell's daughter?
I'm gonna go ahead and represent myself.
Okay, you're going to do your big one.
Yeah.
You're going to do your
Every
big
lawyer's dream. I love that for you.
Okay. And Mr. Manning is downstairs saying it was organized to those that wanted to see it succeed. Quay, I do have questions for you. Let's get into it. Oh, girl, the day in questioning. How did you know about this alleged non-competition, competitive, baddie, bottle, bounce off. How did you find out about it?
Well, actually, I was laying across my bed, watching my little show
With
on
your
the,
legs crossed.
my legs crossed, chilling. And my mama called me. She said, "Girl, Manny over there got some type of little thing he doing. You should get up there, whatever. If you want to, go check it out. No pressure."
Okay.
I was like,
Then,
"Mama,
okay, hold on. I know you because they say you're a baddie. I didn't watch it. But did your mom tell you of any rules prior to you getting off the phone?
no, I don't think that she was fully aware of any rules. I think she
No
had
rules.
actually kind of glimpsed in there.
Okay, so no rules. Did you immediately go over to Mr. Manny's or did you wait? Was there hesitation? Were you dressed? You didn't know of any rules? What happened after that phone call with your mom?
So it was a little hesitation only because I had just got out the bath and like after I do my little morning routine, I like to lay across my bed for a little bit. But it took me about like 5 to 10 minutes to get actually in there. But I actually went immediately over there to listen. Before I entered the room, though, it was probably about 5, 6 minutes after.
Okay. God, bright eye, hold on to your coffee mug. God, police. So you get over there. When you get there, were the boxes already full, ma'am?
No. It wasn't a lot of motion.
No motion. Could you tell us, were there any boxes full at this time?
I do remember seeing Queen Jules, Manny, and I believe I feel like I seen Kelsey, but I didn't see her like her performance.
So you saw Kelsey, but no performance from Kelsey.
Right, so I think she had already.
Okay. Were they bringing people up one at a time, or were y'all able?
It was one at a time, Judge.
One at a time. Okay. Glad to know that. I did not know that. Thank you to the comment cousin juror. I thought the boxes were full. Quay,
Yes,
do
ma'am.
you recall what number were you since it's 101 now?
I'm actually not sure. Like I said, I think all I seen was Kelsey kind of like ending and then getting down. But I don't even know who performed before me up until, we had the
Kelsey was ending.
the
Well, if
judge.
Kelsey's ending and getting down, is it safe to say if it's 101, Kelsey might have been the competitor before you?
I definitely know that Kelsey was a competitor by that time.
When you came into that room, ma'am, this is a very important question. Were there any rules discussed prior, and how did you know what to do if there were no rules?
So the only thing that I did hear was the black on black. So when I heard the black on
Where
black
did
on my because like I said, I had got out the tub, so I could have put on all black. That wouldn't have been an issue.
With that being said, Quay, you're watching the comments.
Right.
You see black, blah, 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 black.
No. I seen Big
Tell
Quay.
us what you see
Big Quay.
and how
along in 3 categories. That's what I do remember.
I must ask you, niece. I must ask you because I want to be fair here. I have to get a clear understanding. Did you see the comments saying anything about black on black, or did you see the comments saying we want Quay? What? That box.
If I had to choose, because I seen both, but the one that was the mass majority was Quay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to be disrespectful and say niece. It's habit. Don't charge it to my head. I mean my heart. Charge it to my head. Excuse me, Miss Quay. Oh, y'all. I still think I'm being fair, but you can't charge me for calling her niece. That's what I call her.
By that time, Judge, I did
Quay,
feel like it was
Miss Quay, let me rephrase it. Miss Quay, you stated that you asked a question about if you were okay. What were you concerned with that would make you ask if you were okay? I have to know that in this case.
So I do need to say that I never asked the question. I allowed the judges to reassure me that I was okay with what I had on. And in other words, when I came up, it was the judge's decision by that time to let me know if I could be a part of the situation that was happening.
And to your remembrance, thank y'all. 11 purchases from Rose. Keep getting your lipstick. Let's get 20 purchases in tonight. I really appreciate it. Quay, what was the response from the judges at that time?
I was fine, and to go get a plate and a cup.
A plate and a cup.
Right.
A plate and a cup. Did any of the other customers or participants prior, did you see them with cups and plates or a cup and a plate?
I didn't see any of the performances prior to me because I wasn't tuned in.
Okay, no prior performances did she witness. Did you stay for after performances?
Yes.
Did they have cups and a plate?
Well, the ones with the costumes didn't have the cups and the plates. But yes, everybody else that wasn't like, a character, like a cartoon character, had plates and cups, I believe.
Okay. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to relinquish my stand. If I hear questions and answers, if I have more questions, I'll come back to you. But as of right now, I'm going to turn it over to the jurors. And from that, Miss Quay, we will be going to Mr. King for cross-examination. But I know I will have more questions. Miss
No question at time, just opinion.
Shatanya?
I got one. Okay. I don't know if you said it, Quay, but did you mention what you had on?
Yes, I did.
And what did you have on?
I had on a beautiful maroon tank top with some cute little TikTok leggings with my cute little maroon house shoes.